Alright, y'all, so we're back for another YouTube video. I know it's been a while. It's been a while since I filmed. I just want to apologize for that. Life happens, things happen. I don't have 2K26 or Madden, so I can't film any gameplay for you guys. Can't do no streaming, none of that. I don't even have PlayStation Plus, so I can't even do any other game besides those two if I wanted to. So instead of my YouTube comeback, at least starting now, and we'll keep doing this throughout. But we're just going to do these sit-down videos where we talk about things in the NBA, WNBA, pretty much anything basketball. Basketball's my favorite sport. So we're going to do that. Media Day just passed, so we're going to talk about a couple teams, talk about how I feel about them going into the new season, stuff like that, the rookies, whatever. And yeah, we'll do reactions, we'll do tier lists, all of that will be happening. And then eventually, when I do get 2K and or Madden, we'll do gameplays for that. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, you can call me Z. I don't want to say my full name on here because I think it's somewhere on my social media, so you would know it. But I like to do gameplay videos, discussion videos, reaction videos, stuff like that. Well, I don't only do reactions, but we're starting to. So, anywho, enough of that. You could go through my YouTube, look through all my old videos, and see what I'm about. Anywho, NBA Media Day is going on. We are going to talk about 3 teams in particular who have participated. And then in the next video, we'll talk about the other teams. I don't want to do all the teams in this video because, I want to talk in depth about each team. So we're not starting with the Nets. It's just set up on that page. We're going to start, I don't know, is this zoomed in for y'all? Because I have it zoomed in for me. Yeah, it is zoomed in for y'all. So we are going to be talking about the New Orleans Pelicans. They're the first team we're going to talk about Media Day. We're going to go through the roster, talk about who I'm excited about, and all this and that. So they still have GTA, Jose, Sadiq Bey, sharpshooter, one of their rookies, Jeremiah Fears. A lot of people were iffy when the Pelicans drafted him. But I get they needed franchise point guard, because DeJounte's injured, and then Jose, is he really like your starting franchise point guard? Not really. So I bet they wish they saw Dyson Daniels, though, But yeah, Jeremiah Fears, he did look a little wonky in the Summer League, but again, rookie point guard, the efficiencies always happen, so just wait and see. Give him some time, maybe by season, 3 or 4, he's polished. Jordan Hawkins, I know a lot of people are giving up on him. We'll see. Herb Jones, one of the best defenders in the league. Can't wait to see what this season has for him. A lot of people were talking about him potentially being traded. The Pelicans should not do that. Kevon Looney, they added from the Warriors. I don't know why the Warriors didn't bring him back. You already had literally one of the worst center rotations in the league. And now it just got... They don't even have a center on the... Well, no. They have, Santos. Is that it? I think it's only Santos. They're supposed to get Al Horford. Anywho, the Warriors for another day. I don't know why they let Kevon Looney go. I guess maybe money issues. It's ridiculous. I don't know. But happy to see him and Poole back together. Pelicans needed more bigs anyway, so it makes sense he went there. Jalen McDaniels, did they get him recently, or was he on the team? I think they just got him. So we'll see what he can do, because I don't remember him on that team. Yves Nisi, one of the best rookies from last year. We'll see what year 2 can bring out of him. Trey Murphy III, we know about him, 3-and-D. It's been a lot of rumors going around that the Pelicans... Not really the Pelicans trading him, but a lot of teams are interested in him. I've seen my Spurs, if you don't know. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan. That's my favorite NBA team. So it's been rumored that my Spurs could get him. I would love that. I don't think they're actually going to do it. Spurs getting him and or Pelicans trading him, but you never know if the Pelicans have another down season. It could happen. Okay, you're one of our best players. He could get upset with losing, want to be in a winning environment. We can see it. DeJounte Murray, former Spurs, speaking of, hasn't looked that good since leaving. So, shout out to us, making the right move at the right time. Definitely a lot of off-court stuff going on. If you know, you know. Hopefully, he just gets his mind off that. He's been in the gym. He's going to be out for a little bit with that injury. A lot of people are out on him as the Pelicans point guard, but I don't know. I like DeJounte, Spurs fan in me. I want to see him do good, so we'll see. Injury like that could be hard to come back from, but as long as he can just come back and play good enough defense and put up a good enough amount of points, just be sufficient enough, then that's fine. No one's asking him to be a freaking all-star PG. Well, I don't know. Maybe some Celtics. Oh my God. Maybe some Pelicans fans are, but hey, whatever. Anywho, Jordan Poole. I like the trade for him. I like that they got Jordan Poole. You know, his talents was being wasted in Washington. Let's be honest. In Washington, they're a young team. They're trying to develop, so it makes sense. Move on from the older guys. Poole. I mean, Poole's not old. He's 26, but like he's not like in their young core. So Poole and Kevon Looney playing again. We've seen the posts on Twitter. Jordan Poole low key dissing the Wizards center core, saying like he hasn't had a good screen in 2 years. I don't know. Was Alex Star really not doing it? Was who else? Their centers. Was any of the centers in the last 2 years not doing it? That's kind of for him to say that. I feel like he didn't have to say that, but whatever. 3-point shooter. I feel like he could have a. I mean, he's been good in Washington. It's not like he's been bad, but I feel like people are really gonna be noticing him more since he's on a better team. So I can't wait for that. Derek Queen, one of my favorite rookies. They drafted him. A lot of people were questioning drafting him, a big man that can't shoot. When they already have even EC, they already got Zion. It's like, why would they? I mean, they see something in him, obviously. Every team, when they draft a player, they see something in that player. So, could they see something in him? Hopefully, maybe Zion could maybe try to shoot more threes, stretch for a little bit. Maybe they could put Trey Murphy at the 4. How tall is he? Does his height here? 6'8"? I mean, Draymond Green is what, like 6'6", 6'7"? He placed 4. Charles Barkley back in the day was like 6'7". You could have a short guy at the 4, so maybe they could run a lineup of Trey Murphy at the 4, Derek Queen out there. Or maybe they could throw it back to like early 2000s, 90s when you have 2 bigs that can't shoot and you have 3 floor spacers. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what lineups they put out there. I don't hate the draft picks, though. I'm not like a lot of people really hating it. I don't. We just got to see how it's executed. I think that's the more important question to be asking. And, of course, the last player to talk about, the best player on the team, the main player on the team for these last few years, the story of the team, Zion Williamson. So, obviously, if you've been on social media, Twitter specifically, because that's where everything goes on, Zion has shedded a lot of weight. And it's got a lot of people thinking, like, oh, is he serious? Is he back? Can the Pelicans be a playoff team? Like, is he going to average MVP numbers and all this and that? I don't know. I mean, I want to believe in Zion. I do. I like Zion. But obviously, you got the off-the-court stuff. Y'all know the women and all the stuff he got going on. I just want to see him lock in on the court. It looks like he's partially locked in, losing the weight, but you never know. Just because someone loses weight, they say, oh, I'm dedicated, oh, I'm here to win, I'm serious. That doesn't mean automatically they're going to go on the court and start playing like MVP or whatever, you know? We got to see it. We got to see words be put into action. We got to see him actually be serious. Pray for no injuries. Pray that he can be out there for at least like 60 plus games. That's what you ask for. 55, 60 plus games. Like, because without him, Pelicans, I don't know. I don't see them doing much without him. Maybe even with him. A lot of people think the Pelicans are going to be a bottom seed. I don't think they're going to be the worst team. I think they could be like 12, 13 seed. I could see the Jazz being worse. Potentially the Blazers. Who knows with the Kings or the Suns. So the highest seed the Pelicans could be is the 11th seed. Now, I mean, obviously that's not the highest they can be, but in terms of you looking at every other team in the West, you're thinking like, okay, maybe 11th seed, maybe 10th at best, but I don't see them being a playing team. I don't see them being better than a lot of teams in the West, besides the teams I just named. We'll see. We got to see how it all gels together. I would say big questions for the Pelicans as we move on to the next team. Is Zion actually serious? Yes, he lost the weight. Yes, he's saying he feels good. He hasn't felt this way since college. But can he actually go on the court and show that? That's the thing that we got to see. How's DeJounte get a little comeback from injury? Derek Queen, Jeremiah Fears. Can either or both of them have a good enough rookie year? Can they contribute something? Jordan Poole, how's he going to look on a new team? Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, can they? Are they? Is there any? Is there going to be any more development for them? So yeah, that is the Pelicans. I would say players I'm most excited for. Um, Derek Queen, Fears, Poole, Zion. Players I'm looking at the most. But I think overall this is a good roster. I do. I think it's a good roster. I don't think it's great, but I do think they could be like 10th, 11th seed at best. Someone let me know that Jalen McDaniels, was he on? I don't think he was on the team last season. When did he get on the team? Like, I feel like I did not see that anywhere, but y'all let me know. Anywho, y'all comment down below how you feel about the Pelicans as we move on to the next team in Media Day. Now again, this isn't all the teams that did Media Day. There's 3 other ones, but we'll get to them in another video. I didn't want to make this video too long, plus I wanted to talk in depth about each team. So there's that. Next team to discuss. The Phoenix Suns. So, Phoenix Suns obviously have some new faces. Jalen Green's in there, Dillon Brooks. They got a nice center rotation with one of the best rookies in this class, seeming to be, with Mylock. Devin Booker's still here. I know a lot of people are questioning why is he here, why hasn't he requested a trade. He said on Twitter during Media Day that he feels like he owes the city a championship. That he loves this franchise. They brought him in when he was young. And he feels like he owes it to them. So, we'll see what happens. I definitely don't think they're getting a championship this season, at least. But I don't think they're going to be as bad as everyone says. Comparing them to the Pelicans, the Suns realistically should be better than the Pelicans. Now, who has the better roster? I mean, you could say overall the Pelicans, like the depth and all that they have. But Booker's definitely better than Zion. At least for right now. I mean, if Zion really taps into his potential, you never know. But, I mean, Booker is definitely better than Zion. So, there's that. Now, let's talk about some players on this team. Devin Booker, I mean, franchise player, what's there to say about him? He could have left. He could have been requested a trade. You see a lot of graphics. Him going to Detroit. Him going to the Magic. Well, that's not going to happen now. But Detroit, the Magic. Where else have we seen? Those are really the top 2 teams you see him being projected to go to. As of now, it's looking like he's going to stay a Phoenix Sun. He wants to be there, so we'll have to wait and see with that. Dillon Brooks, Bulls, defensive menace. We know what he can do. Ryan Dunn, again, defensive menace. We know what he could do. Maybe he could get some offense going. Who knows? Rasheed Fleming, another rookie they drafted. They have a really good draft class. They had probably one of the best draft classes of the 2025 draft. So what he could do. Jalen Green. Now, I'm a believer in Jalen Green, right? I like Jalen Green. He was one of my favorite rookies from his class. I think a new team is what he needed. Houston had a lot of guys. They had a lot of guys. So he should have been their franchise guy, but they got Thompson, they got Sengun. Like, they got people that kind of overshadowed Green. So it makes sense why they traded him. I know he didn't do good in the playoffs, but I need people to understand it was his first time in the playoffs. What do y'all expect? Like, I don't understand why everyone was, like, going crazy over him doing bad. Like, yes, I get it. You don't want to see your franchise, one of your best players, doing bad. But it was their first playoffs. Like, what do you want him to do? Cut him some slack. So, but now him in Phoenix, I think a new star is what he needed. Him and Booker's going to be interesting to see. We don't know exactly who's going to be point guard. I saw a graphic that said Booker was going to be PG, but then I saw another one, like, months ago saying Jalen Green was going to be the point guard. Who knows? Y'all comment down below who you think should be the point guard, who's, like, the better initiator, and all that. So we'll see how Jalen Green, Booker mesh. I'm hoping for a Jalen Green comeback season. As someone who likes him, I'm hoping for a comeback season. They got Osegadoro, another, like, defensive athletic, kind of like a Ryan Dunn. Mylock, come on, Mylock, one of my favorite rookies in this class. I can't wait to see him. They had one of the worst center cores last year. Now they have one of the best, like Mylock, Nick Richards, Mark Williams, Ryan Dunn, who could sometimes play small ball, Iguodala, who sometimes plays small ball. Like, they have really good bigs. So yeah, my lock, I can't see what he can do. Him and Devin Booker, I feel like is gonna be fun. Um, and then you got Nick Richards and then Mark Williams, two Hornets bigs. I don't know why the Hornets traded. Now, okay, I'm not shocked they traded Mark Williams, but it's just like, why the Suns? I don't know why. They already was this after they drafted Mylock? I think it was after they got him. Y'all correct me if it was after or before when the trade happened. But either way, now they got Mylock, they got Richards, they got Williams, like Booker, Green, Brooks. Like, the Suns should be good. I don't know if they're gonna be great. They should be better than Pelicans. They should be better than Jazz. They should be better than Blazers. Possibly the Kings. Like, they should be around 10, 11. Same thing I said for the Pelicans. Like, they should be around that same range. Um, so yeah, that is the Suns. I would say biggest questions with this team: how is Brooks, not Brooks, how is Booker? Well, I guess Brooks too, but how is Booker and Jalen Green gonna mesh well? Okay, Jalen Green had a comeback season. Out of those centers, who's gonna be like the one to step up the most? I would assume. I mean, Mark Williams is probably gonna be the starting center opening night, but I hope we do see a lot of Mylock. Can Iguodala or Ryan Dunn develop any type of shot? Is Rasheed Fleming going to get any minutes? Who knows? So in terms of who I'm excited about the most, Mylock, I like Mark Williams. Jalen Green, y'all know, I said one of my favorite rookies from his class. I like Devin Booker. Rasheed Fleming's interesting. They still have Grayson Allen. But yeah, that is Phoenix Suns. Y'all comment down below how you feel about the team. What seeding you think they could be? I think they could be around the same thing as Pelicans. 10, 11, 12. But I don't think a playoff team. They have more chance to be a playoff team than the Pelicans, yes, but I don't think either of those two are going to be a playoff team. So there's that. Maybe not even a play-in. Now, last team we're going to talk about is the team going from two teams that I think could be playing to a team that absolutely is going to be bottom of the league. The Brooklyn Nets. Last team we're going to talk about in this video. I mean, what's there to say about the Brooklyn Nets? They should have been very bad last season. But no, they have a good coach. They had good enough players to be better than they wanted to be. They couldn't get a top pick. They got to get a top pick in this next draft. 2026 draft, AJ DeBanza, Cameron, Boozer, Darren Peterson, top heavy. But also a lot of good, role players, potential all-star players too. Look, they should be contending for a top 3 seed. This roster isn't nothing crazy. They got Kobe Buffkin from the Hawks. I don't think he's going to be doing anything much on that team because they have so many players. Nick Claxton, they still have. A lot of people said, could he get traded? If the Nets suck again, I think they should move him because it's like he's 20. I mean, he's still young, 26. If he wants to be on a rebuilding team, maybe, but I think they could get a lot for him. I do. One of the best, like, rim protecting athletic bigs in the league, one of the best younger ones. They could get a lot for him, but that's if they want to move him. They should. If they have another down season and he doesn't want to be there, they should. They still got Noah Clowney. Now, we'll get to the rookies in a second because, y'all talk about them as a whole. They got Hayward Highsmith from the Heat. I don't know why the Heat did that. I think it was because to get under some money, like to get rid of some money. But I feel like Highsmith was one of your better cheap players, so I don't know. They got Terrence Mann. Now, the two big names to talk about: Michael Porter Jr., Cam Thomas. So Cam Thomas re-signed for 1-year deal, like $6 million. He's not coming back in the season after this. He's not. I mean, it's pretty evident. He wanted a big contract. Clearly didn't, no other team, the only reason why he really went back is because no other team couldn't give him what he wanted. So he was like, you know what? Let me just go back to this team, try to play the best I can, and then hopefully in free agency some team will give me a big bag. So Cam Thomas with the Nets is more likely done after this season. He's been their best player for a minute now. We all know Cam Thomas, sharpshooter, sniper, really nothing else going, but I mean, that's fine. You put him on a team, put some defenders around him, it's not that big of a deal. We'll see what he does this season. And then the big trade acquisition, MPJ, traded Cam Johnson for him. Now, MPJ, we know about him. pretty much like Cam Thomas. Shoot the ball, don't want to pass, don't want to play defense. We'll see. It's going to be interesting to see how MPJ and Cam Thomas mesh together. MPJ, if y'all seen the off the court stuff, the things he'd be saying, look, hopefully he could just get on the court and just play and do the best he can to put some points up. I don't want to say contribute to wins because the Nets shouldn't be winning, but you can't tell a team, hey, we're gonna go out there and lose the game. Like, what the fuck? You can't tell teams that. So, but really, they shouldn't be winning. So hopefully, he can at least just go out there and put some points up. At least do something. So we'll see how that's gonna mesh well. Dalen Sharp, they still have. They got Drew Timmy, Drake Whitehead. I know a lot of people are out on him. I still have some faith in him. I don't know. Maybe he needs a new team because this Nets team has a lot of players. So maybe he needs a new team. They got Xavier Williams. They have a lot of players. Maybe not a lot of talent. I mean, Cam Thomas, MPJ, Claxton, they're talented. Everyone else is kind of like here or there, whatever. Now, the rookie class. Danny Wolf. Now, this was a historic draft for the Nets, and not in a good way. 5 first-round picks in the first round. They used all of them. Danny Wolf, Nolan Troyore, Ben Suroff, Drake Powell, and then Yegor Demon. That's 5. They used all 5 first-round picks. None of those 5 are projected to be top players in their class. They're all like project type of players. We'll see out of those 5 who becomes something. I don't know. I really like Drake Powell. I like Nolan. Wolf, Ben, and Yegor are fine, but really Powell and Nolan are the ones I really like. That's just me. Out of those 5. The Nets, I feel like they could have packaged all 5 of those picks and moved up to like the top 10 or something, or maybe packaged 3 of them and moved up to the top 15. They didn't have to draft all 5 players. They could have packaged those picks to move up to the top 5, or packaged some of them move up to the top 10. Like, they really could have did anything else than draft all 5. I don't think we've ever seen, I'm pretty sure we've never seen a team use all of their picks in a round. It's like, well, at least like multiple picks like that. It's insane. The Nets are kind of the laughing stock right now. One of the laughing stocks going into the NBA new season. The biggest questions for this team, obviously the number one thing, these 5 rookies, who's going to show out? Who's going to be like a franchise player for them potentially down the line? And who's just taking up space? Like, who's just like a bust? Or like, maybe not a bust, but like, they weren't worth a first round pick. Could Drake Whitehead have some improvement? Him, Zaire Williams, Sharp, can any of them have some sort of improvement? Nick Claxton, is he here to stay after the season? We'll see. MPJ, Cam Thomas, how's those two going to mesh well? A lot of questions for this team. In terms of my favorite players, like I said, I like Drake Whitehead, I like Nolan, I like Drew Timmy, I like Cam Thomas, I like Drake Powell, I like MPJ, I like Claxton, so we'll see what happens. But they should be fighting for a bottom seed in the East. There's no reason this team should be anything besides a top 3 pick team. And that's that. But yeah, y'all, that is it. We talked about 3 teams in this video that had their media day. The New Orleans Pelicans, the Phoenix Suns, and we just talked about the Brooklyn Nets. There's obviously other teams we got to talk about. Let me get out of this and just get to my face. Let's get rid of that for a second. Go back to my face. But yeah, there's obviously a bunch of other teams we got to talk about, but we'll hone in on them in another video. And yeah, comment down below your opinions about these 3 teams, who you like, who you don't like, what seeding you think they could be. The Nets definitely should be the worst team in the East. Like, I mean, the Wizards, well, at least the Wizards have like a core. They have something going. So I truly think the Nets are going to be worse than the Wizards. I know that's probably a hot take, but not really, because I feel like I've heard a lot of people say that. So the Nets should be a bottom seed, fighting for a top 3 pick. And then Pels and Suns should be like 10, 11, 12. I don't think either of those 2 are going to be bottom, but they should be like in the middle to the bottom. But yeah, I'm back. I missed recording for you guys. We're gonna have reaction videos coming soon. We're gonna have tier lists. We're gonna have videos like this discussing NBA teams in depth. And yeah, follow my socials down below, my Twitter, my TikTok, you know, whatever. Bye, y'all.